Okay, we're live. We're live. All right, welcome to IPLCast 28. It's late in the evening. We're tired. We're sleepy. But for a special guest or our semi-regular host, it's just the day is just starting, and we're wasting it by spending all of it here. Okay, so welcome to IPLCast 28, otherwise known as E3 Lethargy. Joining you again from the mild, semi-mild, autonomous region of Sydney. This is your senior admin, Kamata, aka Reverse G, aka Gino. Joining me, as usual, through all of the IPL casts is Rowan, aka Yena, Kiachi, aka Megan.
Hi guys.
Joining
I'm
us
so tired. I have a headache.
Joining us for the umpteenth time is our semi-regular honorary IPL cast host, GAUE Honey Jade, aka GAUE Honey, aka Miss Clues, aka I don't know anymore. It's Miss Clues. It's probably
Who has a hat I'm very jealous of.
Yes.
So she is both a quid. She's a squid and a kid. She's a quid. She's a quid. No,
I want one of those squid
She's 1
hats, but I
pound.
want it to be
She's a
really,
quid.
really long so it actually looks like the chick's hair.
Well, it's kind of long, but yeah, I do see your point. It would be
Just
nice to
quit.
just have the gloves.
Yeah.
She paid 40 quid. Okay. Anyway. All right.
Hey.
I'm trusting everybody's doing fine. We've faffed about on the channel for the last half an hour, and I did say faff. That's just with an F at the end. Mr.
Yes.
Boop is joining us once again. Sorry, Rob. Mr. Boop is on.
Oh.
I should just point out at this moment that our internet has been very laggy lately, so we expect that Gina is going to be cutting out a lot.
I'm just.
Currently. There we go.
I'm.
He'll be doing that a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to go in, and then I'm
in
just
the
going
meantime,
to.
whenever he cuts out, what we'll do is we'll get Katie to just wave some plushies around until he comes back.
I got Eve.
Just to distract our viewers.
You could do
Just
slightly
to keep
better.
people occupied until he comes back.
You could do slightly better. For the next hour, you could just do slightly better and just talk about stuff instead
We
of.
could just hum at an increasingly higher pitch.
Oh God, no! That'll deafen my ears.
That would also take people who are trying to listen all the way through the midplane of this entire thing and just chuck them out.
Probably, yeah.
Like each time you cut out, we'll just start the hum from the pitch that we left off on.
Why are you making people suffer for what our internet thing does? And by the way, if you're looking for something,
It gets to the point that we're essentially just screeching and making people's ears bleed. Like that Jigglypuff from the episode. You know what I mean.
God.
so you're doing this only because you're unhappy with the state of the current internet access, or you're bored?
Or
Probably both.
Yeah.
I'm not the one cutting out. You're the one cutting out. This is your laptop. This is your laptop doing this. My laptop is amazing.
Okay, I'm just going to point out to you right now to stop justifying that it's the laptop, because I will use this as a business expense.
If it was the internet, then I would also be.
Is.
We're on the same internet, but it's your laptop. My laptop is 4 years old, and it is still considerably better than any computer you can get your hands on at the moment.
Mine's roughly that age, to be honest.
Mine
Yeah,
is
I know.
a powerhouse.
She didn't spend any money for her laptop, by the way, and it's a
Mine was a
craptastic
gift.
powerhouse.
Mm.
A $2.5 grand gift.
Right. Back to topic at hand.
Thank you for
Yes.
steering us back into topic. Okay, so major events that happened in the week that has passed between the two, the last IPL cast. First, we had E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and I have no idea where it is anymore. Somewhere in America land. You can tell I'm from Australia because I speak with a traitorous accent and make fun jokes
And you
about
call
America's expense.
America Land.
Yeah. Anyway, Eagle Land. Don't care. So E3 happened in E3 happens somewhere above the equator, who knows where. And basically a lot of reveals. E3 is usually the time of year where everybody pops into hype, crazy stuff happens, and all that. We'll be getting into that shortly. Also happening over the weekend. The reason we didn't film IPLcast in the regular time, we were at Supernova.
Hooray!
Now I'm sick of
One of
explaining
Sydney's
what.
largest conventions.
Thank you for explaining that, because I was sick of having to explain that to people on Scope while we were on Periscope while we were live scoping.
I was going to ask, but thank you, Rowan, anyway, to just say what it was, because I understand conventions.
Yeah, so it's Sydney's largest pop culture convention. Awesome
A lot
stuff.
of anime, but not strictly anime. There was also a lot of like Star Trek and Star Wars and Doctor Who.
For us and the Brits, one of our expos is actually called MCM Expo.
MCM, yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of similar, it sounds like to me.
MCM is essentially Supernova. It's the same thing, more or less. But yeah, we had Jake the Snake Roberts, if you're into wrestling. We had the original Red and Black Rangers from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Lucky.
If you're into Firefly, Nathan Fillion and Adam Baldwin were both there. If you were into, I think Lucius Mal.
Oh, he's cut out again. Pick up the Pokemon plushies.
Yeah.
Meet the waves.
I got that plushie. But
That's not a Pokemon plushie. You've got 3 Eevees right there.
I want that post-Moogle plushie.
Okay, he's back.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay, so they had a bunch of guests there, up to and including Joe DiMaggio. John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
Yeah, so
I can't believe
I think I don't know. There's a bunch. There were a bunch of guests that turned up. It was heaps fun. My favorite part was the dancing Deadpool party.
What?
Yeah, 20 plus Deadpools in a call
Did you put
line.
it up on YouTube or Twitter?
Oh my god.
I
What
put
did
it up
they do
on
on YouTube?
Twitter.
Twitter. So if you look at Gino's Twitter, at some point he made a post with the footage of the Deadpools dancing as they go past.
And me
You
muttering.
need to show me that. I want to see this.
Yeah, it's
Go to his Twitter.
Yeah.
Actually, put it up here. It's your video. You can do that.
Let me see if I can actually put it up. I don't know if the audio will transfer through. I haven't hooked it up that way. Thank you for making me do this last minute.
Oh dear.
You're the one that didn't think of it.
This is probably not gonna work. So if you're wondering where it is, I'll get the
Just send it through Skype for me anyway, Gino. It'll be easier.
Yeah, I'll just okay, hold on.
Concentration there.
That's his concentration face.
Yeah.
Did you just flip us off?
No! Index fingers! Excuse me!
Okay. So that was a classy bird then.
You bet I'm a classy bird.
I don't know why, but I think I'm almost getting a giggle fit from time to time.
Yeah, don't fall over laughing. That's happened to me once. I don't want it to start again.
Oh, good lord.
I put him in a laughter loop once. He didn't stop laughing for like half an hour. At the end of it, he was in so much pain that he was essentially crying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so she basically violated the Geneva Convention when she did that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so I've sent that in. You can view it. Yeah, you can view it whenever I've sent it.
I'll view it later when this is over. Sorry.
All right.
Anyone else interested, just look at Gino's Twitter. It is @ReverseG.
@ReverseG, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now that that's out, let's talk about E3.
Okay.
Yep. E3, that part of the year when the big 3 companies and a party of others announce awesome things to look forward to. And also, oh my gosh, so many hype shots, and I'm part of it are the trailers, and I have to be careful now when I look at game trailers because I'm not convinced that all of them are actual footage, considering how much we've been duped the last few years.
True.
Anything Square Enix makes as a rule is generally CGI and not an actual trailer, like gameplay trailer. All right, so let's recap things from E3. Like Microsoft had a discussion. Bethesda, I think, brought out Fallout 4, which was a big thing. There's a new Doom coming out, which looks dumb. Like I know that Activision is coming out with a new Guitar Hero. Harmonix is coming out with a new Rock Band. I talked to Harmonix. They said that my 500 song library can transfer over to the PS4. That's good. That gets a thing. Warner Brothers had a preview with Traveler's Tales, so they confirmed that GLaDOS and Chell are making their way over to LEGO Dimensions, so that's a thing. And then we had we also had the Sony presentation, and then amongst all of the other stuff that happened there was before we talk about the big one, let's talk about the game that shall forever be known as the game that came before Final Fantasy VII. Worlds of Final Fantasy was announced. I saw chibi characters. Like incredible, like these crazy little the chibi things. I don't know what the concept's about.
It's adorable.
I know. I'm more enamored by them than what came next. So I'm looking forward to see what happens what happens with Worlds of Final Fantasy. But I think there is a game out now in Japan called Final Fantasy Heroes. Let me double check.
Like that.
No, Final Fantasy. No. I can't remember what it's called now, but basically.
Desta? Desta? Because
No. There's a new Final Fantasy coming out. Final Fantasy Explorers. That's the one. It's a mix between Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter. I actually like that concept. So. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to World of Final Fantasy. And then, lights went dark, stupid English narration, and then the picture of the Buster Sword, and then Cloud. And then pretty much it's when they announced the big Final Fantasy VII remake. And
that is finally coming out now. I am quite surprised that.
All I could hear were a bunch of nerds just losing their crap. For all intents and purposes, that was a collective nerdgasm that happened over there. It was pretty.
I'm guessing those people who have been around since Final Fantasy VII came out, they must be very happy that they are finally getting what they want now.
Yeah, I know. After Final Fantasy VII PC remake, Final Fantasy VII PC version, the snowboarding game, the bike mini game. Let's see. Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus. The point I'm making here is that there have been so many products associated with Final Fantasy VII as a franchise. But if you look at all of the other, they're doing this at the expense of the other games. I wanted to find out more about Final Fantasy 15. And they were really, really pushing the hype with Final Fantasy VII instead. So I know that it's in pre-production. We probably won't see it until, gazillions of years from now. Probably when the PS5 rolls over, we'll finally get a gameplay preview. I'm being cynical here, but, what can I do? It's really weird that it's taken them this long to actually push this forward.
Yeah.
They've never had this degree of capital for Final Fantasy in a long while, and yet here they are. All right, the other thing we're going to bring up from that thing is Shenmue 3. Shenmue, which is...
I don't think I've seen that, though.
I haven't played the originals.
You kids. Shenmue was Shenmue was an open world adventure game that existed in the Dreamcast. So if you've never touched the console, you won't know what it's about.
I haven't, so I'm just oblivious about this thing.
My earliest console was the 64.
Yeah.
That was before the Dreamcast, though. That would have.
In other words, I don't care about the Dreamcast.
The Dreamcast was in the same generation of the GameCube, and it actually had way better games than the initial GameCube release did.
The GameCube release.
I like the GameCube.
I like the GameCube too. I'm just saying it had better games when it launched than the GameCube did when it launched.
Super Smash Brothers, so much. So much.
Right, should we get this back?
Look, I was about to say,
Super Smash Brothers and Pikmin, and I was happy.
Is that the high note? Was that the high note? Because my high note was that scene in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, where I think the Bob-ombs launch a giant cannon made of Bob-ombs, and then all these small Bob-ombs just parachute their way down in front of the screen. It's an amazing scene.
The cannon, or the cannon launches Bob-ombs?
No, it's a cannon made of Bob-ombs that launch Bob-ombs that launch Mario.
Well, to the moon, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, and then all of the scattered Bob-ombs parachute down, like to show that they're safe and all. That was really cool.
I have watched like a Let's Play of someone doing that, so.
Yeah, the Naruto Ninja Council 4 actually, I think came out there as well. Like I was able to get something that allowed me to play Japanese GameCube games. Anyway, so Shenmue is known for introducing two things. It's known for introducing large open-world gameplay into the action genre, and it's also known for being one of the first games to introduce QuickTime events. Yeah. So
I was gonna say something, but I was not gonna say it.
It basically put QTE. So you basically went from action sequences with QTEs way back in the Shenmue era to I don't know, Bayonetta 2 in the current era.
What I'm impressed about is that you can say QuickTime event without vomiting profusely.
I've had a lot of training.
You've got a very strong gag reflex there.
No, I have a very weak gag reflex, but I'm fairly resistant to QTEs.
I mean, I've seen.
You'll know, by the way, I keep saying QTEs.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I played a couple or watched a couple, and I've seen and actually played some of these QuickTime events.
Look,
they're not that great.
What I like about Shenmue is when they used QTEs, they used it in a very specific combat or chase context.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are good for a right time, but it's just seeing QuickTime events that get me that a bit frustrating.
Yeah,
when I don't get
especially when you fuck it up and you have to watch the scene over again.
Yeah.
No, these weren't cutscene ones. These were actual in gameplay. You will suffer something if there's a tangible thing that happens if you don't do the QuickTime events properly.
Oh yeah, if it's battle QuickTime events, then I can understand with that one. But it's actual cutscene quick events that get me a lot.
No, I hate cutscene quick events. Cutscene quick events are stupid. This is actually in-game engine stuff. The preview for Shenmue 3 looked.
I'm agreeing with you.
The preview for Shenmue 3 looked absolutely balls.
Balls as in good or bad?
No, balls as in stupid. I would say balls if I would say balls if it was anywhere near good. It looked dumb. It looked stupid. It looked stupid, and the dubbing was kind of. The entire time I was listening to the promotional blurb for Shenmue 3, right? I looked at Megan because I was watching this. And I think she was making the computer at the time, and I looked at her and I'm like, the guy sounds like the dub voice of the various guys in Iron Chef.
What?
Maybe that wasn't the final dubbing.
No, I know it's not the final dubbing. For sure, it's not the final dubbing. It's probably
I think they just done it for show, to be honest. So
it's probably going to be Japanese voice acting plus subtitles. Or maybe even a decent voice cast. That's not where I was going with. I'm just saying that they used the same guy to voice Yu Suzuki, who is the director of the game, and what's his name? The guy from Shenmue, the actual character, Ryo. Yeah. So they used the same voice actor for both of them. So to play the guy translating for.
Oh, you've cut out again. Quick.
Okay, tapping.
There we go. Look at the tapping.
Tapping.
That's a cool plushie. Actually, I haven't got one of those.
Yeah, I got this
I
from
have-
Tokyo Toys.
I have a Nidorino and a Nidorino, which is cool.
Oh, I think it's coming back
Nidorino
now.
isn't here.
You
It's
guys
back.
are like,
You're back.
you guys are like the vaudeville guys who, as soon as there's like dead air, you're like, Sam, play it again.
Look at the shiny.
You're like that again, mate.
All right. So Shenmue 3 was a thing. I think it's stupid for two particular reasons. One,
Okay.
it's like they put it on Kickstarter, and Kickstarter had a lofty goal, and awesome, that was great. But it's like they were trying to raise $2 million for it, right? Despite the fact that Sony, they did it in 12 hours. They raised $2 million for it in 12 hours, despite the fact that Sony is gonna bankroll this thing anyway, and not forgetting the fact that the original Shenmue had a budget of around $50 million. So it had, like, the original Shenmue for the Dreamcast, or I'm pretty sure it was the Dreamcast. The original Shenmue had a really large production budget. They're only asking for $2 million for this game. So that tells me that they're raising $2 million, where, like, you know, Sony is probably going to bankroll 90% of this game.
Right.
98%
I
of
imagine
this
they're
game.
just raising this money to see if enough people are interested, more
Well,
so than for
here's
the
the
money.
thing. Enough people have already been interested. You only need to gauge the reaction at E3 when they said that Shenmue 3 was coming out. There's been enough fan petition to Sega for Shenmue 3 to come out from enough people that this is apparently still a thing. Almost pretty much a decade after it came out. So I find it really weird that it's on it's running its course on Kickstarter. They're currently, when I checked this afternoon, it was like a $3.5 million.
Most of their games and all that are coming from Kickstarter thing and all that, apparently.
Yeah, but you have to remember that this is a professionally produced thing by a studio that is actually doing professionally produced stuff. It's not like say Ukulele, which is produced by the guys at Rare who founded their own company to run this, and they need support. That's completely different. This is a game with all the production values you expect from a multi-million-dollar game that is being bankrolled by a multi-million-dollar company for millions and millions of dollars, but they're also using Kickstarter as a platform to essentially just get enough money on the get-go to say, here are the number of people that will pledge. This is our instant demand. What it feels like to me, and this is part of the reason why
pre-order?
it's a giant pre-order. I mean, it's like I've done these sorts of things on Kickstarter before. I pre-ordered Boss Monster 2. The original Boss Monster was essentially a pre-order. There were a couple of other things that I've signed on to Kickstarter, which are pre-orders. I get that. Those are physical products. Those are actual things like that have physical presences that are I understand and I get perks, and these are early things that I get to test. That's not. These are sorry. Have I cut out again? No.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right. So these are things that have been play tested that I know are in a state to be published that I've signed up for. That's fine. This is a game, and the current state of games right now is that they release buggy.
Sorry, I was just being silly here.
That's okay. You can be all the silly you want.
Yay.
Okay. So we're moving on from the really depressive Shenmue 3, and we're moving straight to Star Fox Zero.
I'm interested to see this because I haven't played any of the Star Fox games myself, except maybe a demo.
I haven't myself, but I have. Yeah, I haven't myself, but I actually played Fox and Falco and all that on Smash Bros. And all that.
Can I tell you how awkward I felt when I think it was Iwata that went over and patted during the puppet show when Iwata patted Miyamoto on the
It
back
was
and
so
said,
creepy the way they walked down the hallway. It was
That's not what got me. What got me was when they turned into the Star Fox characters, right? And then Iwata pats, I think it's Iwata or Miyamoto pats the other and goes, hey, do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here's the thing though. It's kind of like do a barrel roll turned itself into like the internet turned do a barrel roll into a meme. And hearing Nintendo's president or hearing Shigeru Miyamoto say it is like hearing your parents pipe out memes. I mean, it's funny.
To be fair, they did the "my puppet body is ready" joke, and that was actually really funny.
Oh.
My puppet
They
buddy.
they opened the door to his room, right? And he's just there doing push-ups. And who was it? The president that said, "Are you ready?" And he's like, "My puppet body is ready." And
But,
it was
but that's okay. It's funny because they weren't just repeating the meme from last time. They're innovating it. They're actually putting it in context, saying my puppet body is ready. It's funny because it's a puppet body. It's it's a thing. Like they're referencing the "my body is ready" meme, but
That still sounds
they're
awkward
adding
to
onto
me,
it.
mate.
Oh
That still
no,
sounds awkward to me.
it's
It
still
was
not
funny.
as awkward as somebody saying
Look,
do
in
a barrel
defense
roll.
of the barrel roll joke, if you suddenly turned into Fox, I will never stop saying it to you.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
going in another room.
All right,
I
so
will
in the
never
event that
stop
I
telling you to do a barrel roll, no matter how
Okay.
many times you try to hit me. So, in my mind, this is an appropriate joke because this is exactly what I would do in this situation.
So you're basically saying that if I spontaneously turned into a furry, you, instead of reacting any other way, like "oh, my husband has just turned into an anthropomorphic furry creature," you'd go, "hey, do a barrel roll."
Yes. That
Oh
would be the
my
first thing I
God.
do, yes.
Okay, I'm glad.
I have priorities.
Yeah, I know, and it's on the record too. So let's just put
Yeah.
it there. And Star Fox
So the
Zero.
off chance that you do suddenly turn into Fox McCloud.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll be held
on the
accountable.
off chance. I'm just gonna point out that I watched the trailer for Star Fox Zero, and it ended with Peppy saying "do a barrel roll." It's really
Oh my-
annoying.
To be fair,
I'm just
if I was
wondering
in
about
that
it.
No,
situation-
look, if you were listen, Peppy, if you were in that situation, you would always say "do a barrel roll."
yes.
No,
It
I'm
is
just
expected.
yeah. Question is though, is this Star Fox game that they announced a whole new canon gaming series? Because in the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
ones there's Crystal.
What? No. Hold on. Let's ignore the fact that Rare did something to the Star Fox franchise.
Yeah.
Let's ignore Star Fox Adventures. Let's imagine the world where that horror didn't
Let's
happen.
go back to the 90s.
I'm just saying. I'm just like wondering because this looks like it's going to be a different kind of canon series.
Okay, this
I
is
know.
more. I would consider this more canon than Star Fox Adventures because it keeps the gameplay elements there. There's like one stage in Star Fox Adventures where you actually fly an R-wing.
And
Anyway,
that's at the start to get to the planet.
Mm.
And then you never do it again.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just a friend of mine is a bit kind of not happy about it that Crystal's not in there apparently.
She can still OTP it.
yeah.
He.
He
Okay.
can still OTP it.
He can still OTP it. Crystal is still his day.
He can write
Still
the
works.
fanfic.
Okay, look,
I don't know, but he was looking for it.
I don't know. Maybe he's got a thing for Crystal. I don't judge. I just mock. Anyway, so the
It's going to be like a different canon, so it's two different canons basically.
well, look, if this goes the way of Hyrule Historia and splits into an alternate timeline, I really don't care. What I care is the fact that we're getting a
I'm
Star
only
Fox.
I'm only
Okay,
saying.
we're getting a Star Fox game that is essentially Star Fox 2. Like there was a canceled game for the SNES edition of Star Fox. There was meant to be a second one
Mm.
coming along, but that was canceled. It was really late into production, and then they decided to cancel it. So I think they're reusing a lot of the ideas from that and actually bringing it out.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
Like
be
a
good.
revamp.
I think it's gonna be good considering how Rare treated the franchise last time. It's gonna be I reckon it's gonna be a great Star Fox game as long as they don't stuff too much of it up. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to actually being able to play the demo. Please put the
But
demo
think
up.
of
Please
it
put
this
the demo
way.
up.
Think of it this way. Rare doesn't have it anymore.
True.
Rare will never have it again because they got bought out by Microsoft.
Yes.
Mm.
But you see, Rare does not have it anymore. So it's okay.
No, because you know who's co-producing it now.
Who?
If I'm right, yep, Platinum Games is co-producing it.
Is this bad?
Oh.
Platinum
Yeah.
Games is let's see, what did they
Give
do?
me a
One that's
title
like
of
who
the
made
game.
Bayonetta and all
All right,
that.
all right. Yeah, Platinum Games is the company that made Bayonetta 2 and the
Wasn't that
original
good?
Bayonetta.
What,
Yeah,
what they-
Bayonetta 2 was great, but remember the elements that went into making Bayonetta what it was, and remember that these guys also made Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Is
Really?
that good?
That was the chop everything with a sword I play as Raiden game.
Oh.
All right, for Nintendo,
No?
they made
Oh, it cut out
Oh,
again.
it's cut out. Quick, get
Time
another
for
one.
another plushie.
Yep,
There we go.
there we go. Look at the shiny.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Yes, you
Oh,
were
hi.
back. I just saw you
Okay.
going, ah!
I can see the existential despair from here.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so they made Platinum Games made Mad World: Infinite Space and Bayonetta for Nintendo systems. Vanquish and Anarchy Reigns. Oh god, Anarchy Reigns, that failed. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance for major consoles except Wii. The Wonderful 101, apparently a really good game. Came out. Bayonetta 2, The Legend of Korra, Transformers Devastation, and then Star Fox Zero. I think is the one everybody's waiting for. They have a track record of being good, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give them a chance.
Oh look, I'm as long as they don't like completely drop the ball, I reckon they're gonna do it really well.
Nintendo's
and-
gonna have a vice grip on this though, so I reckon it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about Nintendo's vice grip because it hasn't worked so well anytime they've moved to a third party, unless it's a Pokemon game.
Pokemon's awesome.
Yeah, Pokemon generally handles itself well because like the TPCI generally handles franchise control amazingly well.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on from
Next
Star Fox
one.
3, another game that came up, Super Mario Maker. This is gonna be a
This
day.
will be
This is
cool.
pretty much. This
Isn't
is a
that
day one
like a
purchase
stage
for me.
maker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen the stages they've created with it? It's pretty awesome.
I've seen like a couple of trailers before like E3 announced it and all that.
No. Watch the
good
E3
thing
trailers
about
for it.
this game, the good thing about this game is that in order to upload a level, you have to be able to beat it first. So if you make a level,
Oh.
you have to beat it before you can upload it. So there can't be any impossible levels. Every single one of them can be beaten
Right.
and completed.
So if somebody made a very difficult stage,
Yep.
and all that, they have to actually try and beat it.
They
Yeah.
themselves have to be able to
Basically.
beat the stage.
I
before they
love
can
that condition.
upload it.
I love that condition because it means that it can be beaten by at least one person. No matter, never mind that it's impossible to everybody else. If you can beat it, then like it's free reign. Somebody can beat it. They don't have to be extremely lucky to do it. The tools that come in are really cool. I've heard that depending on which, because you can use it on the Super Mario. You can use it on the original Super Mario, the Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Brothers engine.
Yeah.
And each of those has different mechanics. and with different physics models. So you can actually build a level like for New Super Mario Brothers U that operates in a completely different scheme than the original Super Mario Brothers. I like that functionality. I really really hope they I really really hope we see a whole bunch of stages. It's basically everybody's like it's the Little Big Planet 3 of Super Mario side scrollers.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you've already seen the stuff that people can make in all the bootleg versions.
That's kind of a good perspective that you put in anyway for it. So, Little Big Planet 3.
I've seen what it's capable of, and the packaging looks beautiful, especially for Europe and Oceania. So I think this might actually be a day one purchase for us because it looks bloody amazing. And really good box art sells the game to me, and that explains why I've never really bought anything since. Oh gosh, what was the last game I bought because of the box art? That was years ago. Never mind, I've forgotten.
It's probably Lego.
No, not even Lego. I haven't really all of the on disc Lego games I've bought are on discount. But Super Mario Maker, looking forward to that. You know what? No one's looking forward to Metroid Prime Federation Force.
I have not seen that trailer. Oh dear.
So, for those that, I wrote a note on the.
Oh my god,
I wrote a note on the script telling her not to cry.
Yeah, that's what you put in brackets here.
Try not to cry, okay? I failed.
I warned you.
I have not seen the trailer of that, so I have no clue about this one.
You need to see the trailer. It is awful.
Really?
It looks nothing like Metroid. It looks like you remember those old 64 games where the polygons were just massive? It looks like Halo on the 64. That's what it's fucking terrible.
Have you seen Metroid Prime?
Yes.
Like any of the Metroid Prime games? Okay.
They're beautiful.
I've seen like a couple, and I've seen a friend played it once.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get Gina to bring up some pictures.
No, I'm not gonna bring up any pictures.
You are bringing up pictures.
I'm going to load up the one screenshot that'll make you cry.
Hang on. You need to put this in perspective. Load up an actual Metroid Prime screenshot first. One of the proper Metroid Prime games. Even the first Metroid Prime game. Load that up. Load the first Metroid Prime game. Just a screenshot from that. Load that, and then load Federation Force.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Like I said, I have seen the Prime series, and I've seen like a friend play it, and also a couple of videos.
All right, I'm going to preface this now by take what you know about the Prime series and throw it in the rubbish. Okay, so.
Okay. You're getting me worried a bit.
Ha 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 ha! Worried. Okay.
Oh my god, Dino. Exaggerate much. Okay.
Oh, he's cut out again. He's cut out. Quick, get the EV. Get one. There we go. 2 EVs. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see like with these two, there are different shades of color anyway. So.
Is it meant to be like that? Is it meant to be like a special snow Eevee?
Probably.
That coloration is a shiny.
You're back.
The actual shiny is like a grayish color.
Yeah. All right. So you can see from that.
a different tint of brown.
Okay. Am I showing this to everyone?
No.
Wait,
yeah. I can see the screenshot here.
Oh, okay.
I can't see the screenshot.
Is it still black screen for you at the moment?
I just get black screen.
Yeah, give it time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, the what's
That's
can you?
one of the prime ones, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm showing you essentially. I think this is from the trilogy remake on the Wii.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's a screenshot from the Metroid Prime trilogy, and this is the promotional image from Federation Force.
I can't see the other one unless it's frozen somehow.
Am I locked
Give it
out?
time.
Okay, hold on. Let's
No,
give it
I
a
can hear you.
second.
So
We can hear you, but we can't see what you're actually doing on the screen.
Okay.
screen share working. What app are you using here?
I'm using Hangouts. I'm using screen share.
Google Hang-
Oh. Wow, it's really
Yeah,
laggy.
there's a screen share option and all that. I think it's frozen on me.
Is it frozen on you?
Probably.
We can still hear you, but it's just black.
Okay.
Usually this works. Why isn't this working?
I don't know.
All right. How about now?
Oh.
Does it work now?
No.
Okay. Well, tried. I think it's too horrible for even the
Hang on. Let me see
Probably.
if it'll do it for me. We have
Oh,
to do this.
You're just making it
Okay,
harder
I think
yourself.
the screen's gone black there.
Okay.
Let's see if it works on her.
Screen share. Ah, what's happened here? Hang on.
Yeah. No. All right. No.
No,
Sure.
no, hang on.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So this is the new Metroid Prime Federation Force game. Can you see it?
Nope.
Hang on.
Oh man.
Hang on.
There.
Is it
What
coming?
the? Excuse my language, but what the fuck?
This is
Yeah.
on the 3DS.
Are they being retarded? Really?
Hang on. Let me
Yes.
bring up.
The answer to that is yes.
Metroid.
Oh my! No!
What was
Um,
that game that was on the 3DS? The DS for Metroid. What was that called?
That was a good one.
Metroid. What was that? Metroid Hunter, wasn't it?
Metroid
Prime
Hunter
Hunters?
3D or something.
Metroid
Prime
Prime
Hunters.
Hunters. So this is what Metroid Prime Hunters looks like.
Yeah, that was good. But really,
This
that
is
other
age-
screenshot? What the hell?
There we go. So that's from
That's
Metroid
a
Prime
good one.
Hunters from ages ago.
Yeah,
This is
that's
the
a
new
good
one.
one.
Can you see
Look
why
at
I'm
it.
crying?
No.
You know what the worst part about it is? It has this mini game called, what was it?
Blast Ball.
Metroid Blast Ball, where it's essentially like a soccer
Oh.
game where you shoot this giant glowy ball into the goal, and you can do it in multiplayer. Doesn't that sound like a
Looking at
Metroid
that
game?
small screenshot there, that is blocky.
All right. So I have been
That is too blocky.
I have been informed that Samus Aran will actually show up here.
What, looking like that?
In Federation. No, not looking like that. In her actual, in her
Yeah, looking
various.
like that.
I don't think so.
Is she gonna
I
be in
think
high
that
def?
it's. What do you mean high def?
Oh,
I mean, like this. Will she be looking like this?
my
or
kid's
like
in the
that?
building.
Well, she might be looking. She might be looking like the Prime Hunters thing instead of a Galactic Federation soldiers, because I know that the Galactic Federation guys already look that blocky.
Yeah, but in an armor kind of way, not chibi Halo.
Yeah, that just looks so wrong. Anyway, my
already
kid's in the stream.
All right. From what I understand, there is now a petition calling for the game to be canceled, which is great. I find it really hilarious that of all the things they would ask Nintendo to do, they'd ask them to cancel this. This has apparently gotten more petitions now than the call for Mother 3 to show up.
Well, look,
Mother
Nintendo's
thing.
obviously sunk a lot of money into this, so I'm not going to tell them to cancel it. I'm just going to tell them to, like, high def it up a little bit. Just a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no
Or
idea.
not call it
what,
Metroid. That's an idea. Just call it something else.
Yeah, it would be better if it's called something else. I mean, that looks totally different from the Metroid series, to be honest. It should be, like, called something else.
They could call
Let's
it
see.
like Space Blasters, or they
Or
could
just,
call it
Blast Ball.
Yeah, Blast Ball Warriors or something.
Yeah.
I think people would be less upset
Honestly,
about it if it
Gina,
wasn't
your
being
screen is
associated
black
with
at the
Metroid.
moment. Your screen is just blank black, so we can't see you, but we can still
Yeah,
hear
it
you.
is blank black. Are you still screen sharing?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Really?
We just can't see you at all anymore.
We can't see your face. We can't see your lovely face.
Okay, hold on. I'm shifting cameras to see whether or not I can move from one thing to the other. Oh, no, that's completely blocking it now.
But yeah, anyway. So we're not looking forward to the new Metroid game.
Alright, and I
At
have
all.
shown up once more. I'm hoping that works. Anyway.
Yeah. not looking
Okay,
forward
so...
to it.
yeah, I know, but I'm like... I'm looking at it and going, whatevs, man. If they want to put out a Metroid, it's Nintendo. They can do whatever the hell they want. Also, Zelda Triforce Heroes.
I don't
Nice.
know about that game yet, but
I
it does look
apologize for
interesting.
that ring.
It's alright.
That's okay?
That was my
Oh,
stupid
okay.
phone, and I think of people trying to do phone service or advertisement and all that. I've already
That's
said this
okay.
already said to them once. Look, I'm not interested in contract. Will you just leave me alone? Good day. Sorry. Anyway,
I think you
continue.
cut out again. Quick, EVs.
Evie, Sylveon.
In the masses.
Pika? Pika, Pika.
No, he's
I got Pika.
Is that
Okay.
the one that talks?
Yeah. There we go. There's your lovely
I got
face.
the one that talks. I don't know where it is.
Okay. The
There's
message I
another
was going to
face.
put up on chat completely disappeared. Anyway, Zelda Triforce Heroes, I've been told that you can only play it either by yourself or with 2 other people, but not with 1 other person. So we need Katie to come over here so we can actually play as a threesome.
We need to get Kevin back.
But in a Triforce way.
Smash
The,
5, really?
no.
Oh, God.
Alright, so yeah, Kevin's not going to come back until next year. The Triforce Heroes, I've seen people fairly excited about it. What do you think? Zelda
I don't know
is
anything
your
about the storyline.
Zelda's your
It looks
domain.
interesting.
Yeah.
Look, I reckon it fits because it's like they've brought out 4 Swords before, so I'm not saying. So this isn't exactly that bad of a
Well,
deviation.
it's
I honestly
free
don't know
play.
that much about the game, so I can't judge it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
just
free
seen
games.
some of the promotional
No, they're
material.
not free
and I've
games.
just
What am I
seen-
talking about?
Like I just know the concept of it.
Have you seen the trailer for it at all?
I have seen the trailer of it. It's 3 people and all that you play together, like you said earlier. In the trailer though, you can stack like
Is there an
you can hop
actual-
onto one player onto yours.
Is it an actual
It's an actual co-op
storyline,
thing.
or is it just a giant multiplayer?
You
I'm
can
going to
play singular.
I'm going to guess
But
there's going to be a single player mode where the other 2 are.
There is a single player mode where
Because one
you
of
get
the
2
Four
dolls.
Swords game is essentially just a giant multiplayer where there's no actual real storyline. It's just a bunch of tiny get the most whatever segments sort of things.
Yeah. From the trailer and like the I think bit of the behind the scenes thing, you can play the stages single player, but you have 2 dolls with you and such like that, so it'll cooperate by that. But if you want to
so
do
it
it
is
online
like Four
with
Swords
like
then. Four Swords Adventures, I think it was?
is.
One of them.
It is kind of 4 swords, but you have less. You have 1 less person.
Maybe that's just
you
them
can-
acknowledging that it's really hard to get 3 other people to play with you.
Yeah,
Oh
You
yeah, so
can play.
they brought the difficulty down by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only down by one person, but you can do online mode as well to play with other people online, like with friends and such. If I remember correctly, you can do like a sort of tower thing as well. So one player goes on top of another, and like a totem pole
Huh.
thing. So
Cool.
there are like a couple of puzzles involving teamwork, basically. So
Cool.
yeah.
All right. So one major thing that was glaring that I noticed didn't happen at E3 was they never discussed the Wii U Zelda game.
I want it.
The
I
Wii U
want it.
Zelda game.
I want it. Oh my god, you haven't
Yeah.
seen it? Have you seen it?
If you've ever
When
remember the E3 trailer last year, the one where they were talking with AJ Aonuma about the game and the development, and they actually had a sort of in-game trailer for
oh, that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no news about it
So
whatsoever this year.
beautiful. So
I think they're just keeping that tone down, though.
Well, because they know it's not coming out this year.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I think they're probably like still working on it and all of that, and it's toned down for the moment. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing they didn't want a big hype about it, basically.
But here's what I don't get, right. Like they didn't want a big hype about this really awesome Zelda game. But they have no compunction whatsoever talking to people about Federation Force.
What of the progress, you mean, or?
Stop bringing that game up, okay? It's dead to me.
Okay, Federation Force.
Fine.
Yeah. So basically, they were talking about the they were announcing all of these other games to come in. There were a couple of Animal Crossing games they were mentioning as well. One of which I am definitely going to get because it's got the NFC reader for my older 3DS. But yeah, it's just that thing. And I find it really weird that it was it was one of their showcase games from last year, and it hasn't received a single mention this year.
There hasn't even been any new updates or trailers or anything like that.
Mm.
Makes me sad.
Oh well.
It's so beautiful.
Well, you're gonna have to wait and put up with the fact that there's going to be a Metroid Prime game coming out before it.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah,
refuse to never acknowledge its existence ever again.
would
We're gonna turn this into the new Zelda CDI game.
it'll be cut out.
Oh.
see.
Well,
He's
you
back,
know,
he's back. It's alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's uni.
Yes. Of all these games, I think Super Mario Maker is the only one I am interested in pre-ordering at
Yeah.
all. And I will only I've just been so burnt out by the idea of pre-ordering something that I will only actually pre-order it if they include something really decent to go with it. Otherwise, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna grab it at launch.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to actual Pokemon news now.
We have been talking for an hour and we're still at the E3 segment. This is the start, people. My
Anyway,
God. It's almost 11 in the evening. I'm tired.
All right, let's go through
It's
the.
only
Let's go.
2 here.
I know, but it's
I have
late in the
work
evening
tomorrow.
here, and we are ahead. I have work tomorrow. Let's go through. Let's go through
Okay.
our Pokemon news.
Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon box art revealed, plus Japan pre-order gifts announced. That is a long title, Genie. The box art for the upcoming Mystery Dungeon game has been revealed. It looks like the poster for the game with Mega Charizard Y towering over a group of Pokemon with Pikachu in the middle wearing the game standard team scarf. It has also been revealed that players can choose their starter Pokemon either from the rotary selection screen as previously seen in the trailer for the game, or with the quiz as seen in the Nintendo DS titles. Japanese pre-order gifts are available to anyone who pre-orders from a Pokemon Center in Japan, and include a special case that probably holds stationery, an A4 clear file, whatever that is, and 4 postcards. Finally, the English trailer. What?
An A4 clear file is a plastic folder.
No. Anyway.
Finally, the English trailer shown at E3 reveals the driving dilemma of the game in which something is trying to turn all the legendary Pokemon into stone. I wonder what could be causing it.
It's an ass elf.
Oh.
You sure about that?
Yeah, because if you look at Azelf, it turns you into stone. I'm trying to figure... I knew it would be a legendary. One of the legendaries of it. I'm trying to figure out which one it could be, because it's not exactly a common thing, but you are actually right, because that is a thing that Azelf can do.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Was I meant to? Oops, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Who wants to put money on the fact that it is an Azelf? You're putting money on it? Okay, how much money?
I will buy you the game if it's not an ass elf.
But we have to buy the game to find out.
Yeah, I know. So if it is an ass elf, then
you just give me
you're
my
buying
money
me the game.
It could be anything at this point. I mean, come on, really.
At this point, I want to play Gates to Infinity again. Just because I miss playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but then
It's such a good series.
I have to. I'm going to. I promised myself that I would finish Omega Ruby first. Then I would go back to playing.
I still need to finish my
Gates to
Alpha Sapphire
Infinity.
version.
Okay, because I am pretty much done. I just need to actually finish that, and I will consider that all versions complete. I'll go back to PMD.
Yeah.
I also don't want to play it so much that it becomes a carrying influence over to when I do RevCore, because we're trying to distinguish it. We're trying to distinguish RevCore enough from it that it doesn't feel PMD while we're still retaining a lot of what made PMD great. So anyway, cool. Pre-order kit's great. I don't want those to be the pre-order bonuses we get for Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And around the world.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping we get something decent. Anyway, next, Mewtwo Amiibo in development.
While there is currently no known release date, Mewtwo has been confirmed to be in development for an amiibo by Masahiro Sakurai, SBU's developer, who also said that a Lucas amiibo is currently in development and that all Super Smash Bros. U characters will be receiving one, opening the door for the newly returned Roy and newly introduced Ryu to receive their own amiibos.
Thank
Who's
you!
excited?
Love Roy!
Okay, so this is what I don't understand, right? So they announced Roy and Ryu together, and this is how different, this is how divergent our fan reactions are. That Megan reacted to Roy being introduced, and I reacted to Ryu being introduced.
Look, if anyone's ever read the Awkward Zombie comics, she has this running theme where she has all of the Super Smash Brothers characters essentially living sort of like as in a group house, and the story is because Roy got kicked out because he wasn't in the new game, and he's just been hanging out the front of the house being all sad, and now that he's suddenly back, we're all expecting her to make a comic of him returning, and I'm looking because they are funny comics.
To be honest, I am glad that they're bringing Roy back because we haven't seen him since Melee.
Roy is cool.
And yeah, Roy is
like
awesome.
Roy.
Flame swordsman, lovely.
All right, I'm just going to point out that I was paying attention to the Smash Brothers Direct that came out. I watched it in its entirety, and everybody's really happy that Roy's come back. And there's also this thing where Roy's come back, and they kept his Japanese dialogue because his game has never been translated.
True.
Doesn't Marth still speak in Japanese?
Yes.
I don't remember. Does Marth?
Marth does and Roy does.
Yeah.
But in the new Super Smash Brothers U game, does Marth still speak in Japanese?
Yes.
Okay. So Roy wouldn't
Yeah,
be weird.
both Roy and Marth have still spoken it in Japanese. It's just the newest characters, like, I don't think
Female Marth.
has
Does
an
Ike?
English dub. No, he does. He does have an English dub. Robin and Lucina do though have English dub.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to hear. It was fun to hear Roy's voice suddenly come back. It was like, okay, cool, Roy's back. All right. Roy hasn't been like the big one for me. It was really big. It's really big for me when somebody out of franchise suddenly shows up. So the fact that Ryu from Street Fighter, and they're keeping him to a Street Fighter 2 kind of moniker.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. That I'm like, what?
That's very cool.
I really liked it.
Solid
it's
Snake isn't in the new one, is he?
No.
should
Considering
bring
the
him back.
problems, considering how poisonous Konami is right now, I don't think anyone wants to touch anything from that company. So here's the thing, they brought Ryu in, and there's a Ken trophy as well. But in addition, they've got I believe they also had Virtual Fighter costumes for
me costumes and all that.
for
One of
fighters.
them was Tekken.
Yeah, they had Heihachi from Tekken.
Yeah, Heihachi from Tekken.
Yeah, so they basically have these three 3D fighter these three fighting game franchises just in the game now as well.
Yeah, there was someone from was it Virtual Fighter or something like that?
Yeah, they had I can't remember the main guy. I think Jackie and I can't remember the main guy's name from Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, that blocky kind of fighter as well.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
But no, I think it's a really good touch that they've included them in there. I find it fun that Smash Brothers has opened up so much.
One of the costumes I really liked, Isabella.
Is
Animal
the what?
Crossing.
Oh yeah, the Isabel costume. But the only complaint I have is that the complete second batch package, I think, with all of that DLC is like $40 Australian.
Yeah, it's around 20-25 for
But that's
UK.
that's Wii U and 3DS.
Yeah.
So overall it's not that bad if you're considering if you're really deep into that stuff. Also, I don't think Pokemon. Sorry, not Pokemon. I don't think Smash Brothers is going to get a definitive complete all DLC edition. So
Yeah.
this sounds like the only way you can get it at the moment.
Mm.
All right, moving on to the next
want
headline.
that. Yeah, sorry.
I know you do. All right. Anyway, cosplay Pikachu shows up in the anime.
Ooh.
A new Pokemon movie 1-hour special follows a group of Pikachu dressed in various outfits as Ash helps a Pikachu-loving director make a movie. Shall I spoil the Pikachu movie or let everyone else see the magic for themselves?
I think we want to see.
I
want to
see it myself.
See the
I want to see
magic?
it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not spoil it.
Let's
I'm
just
going
say
to.
it involved all of the cosplay Pikachu.
Well, obviously, yeah, I understood that bit,
Yes.
but I want to actually see it myself. No spoilers, please.
I don't know
Okay.
when it will air or how you can see it. You have to figure that out.
Probably see it on
Doesn't
YouTube or
doesn't say here.
something.
Eventually, yeah. Or it'll
Hmm.
come out here. I imagine it'll eventually come out here.
All right, so
Pikachu's short.
I am.
What the
sharing
hell?
You're
There
showing
we
your
go.
screen.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Oh
Yeah, that's the.
my
Sorry,
god.
I'm switching it over. That's the next headline. Bring it.
Shirtless Brock fulfills the wishes of many a female trainer. Lazy Brock has been made into an amiibo. Copying the design from the original Pokemon Red and Blue sprite, Brock Amiibo depicts the Rock Leader in all his shirtless, muscled glory. All this trainer can say is, damn, he looks good in those pants.
Look at those pants.
They are
Nice.
some fine pants.
There are some.
You should
amazing
see it
pants.
from the back.
Let's
No.
not.
Oh my god. No.
This is a full 3D thing that, by the way, came out with Ken Sugimori's blessing. So this is he's put his blessing behind this project. Great Sugimori in this guy. Yeah.
I'm hiding my eyes right now.
It's HG grade, Hard Rock Gym Leader.
That just sounds awkward.
Yeah, I know. We'll point out that this particular version of Brock does not have nipples. We have checked.
He's kind of covering them though.
No, actually, yeah. If you like, there's a view of him, which I won't bring up, that actually looks onto his chest, and from what I can see, no nipples exist.
Wow. Brock must be some kind of mutant.
He is. Well, we know that. He can
In
see
some
with his
anime,
eyes
they
closed.
don't have
Chiseled
certain
mutant.
parts of the body anyway, so...
Look, this is accurate to his original game sprite. The original
Yeah, it is,
game
actually.
sprite shows him shirtless with his hands crossed.
It is the only sprite that has him shirtless. I looked it up.
Oh my god. Like I did, I'm trying not to look here.
Shirtless and shoeless.
Oh my lord.
Alright, so anyway.
Is it gone yet?
No.
You want to check? Alright.
I feel like my face is getting red or something. Jeez.
It's okay, the webcam doesn't register it. The
That is some nice chiseled abs there, don't you think?
Oh man, don't I would kill
just
for
just
those.
look at those arms. Look at those arms. The
Can we get to the next
definition.
headline, please?
No. I'm too busy talking about Brock's definition.
Moving on.
Yeah, like, does
You
anyone
should see it from the back.
No.
anyone want front row tickets to this gun
Moving
show?
moving on.
Seriously though, you should see it from the back.
You know what's really weird is
Again.
what's really weird is now that I've got him zoomed up this close, the way the
Oh my god.
makes him. It's pretty much it's Daniel Radcliffe from Echoes. It's.
He has hard determination.
That's
Does
a
he
bad
have
reference,
pants
dude.
under this? Scroll down to find out. Only $4.99.
Dude, that's just no. No. I'm looking down now.
Don't look down. That's where we don't want you to look.
I'm down where my iPad.
All right. Okay. I'll
Right,
get.
next one.
I'll get rid of him soon. Okay, what's the other? Like, I think I mentioned something in that headline as well, besides shirtless Brock.
Bandai, who is making the figures, has also announced that Misty is also being made, and pre-orders for that will begin during fall in Japan.
Okay,
I would
so
like to see what this Misty looks like, though.
all right,
If
so
they go with the same sprite, let me look this up. If they use the same sprite, she will look like.
she will have her she will be using the Gen 1 sprite.
Okay, now it's gone. Yay.
She'll essentially just be in a two-piece swimsuit.
Yeah, basically.
As opposed to her Gen 2 sprite, which is the
But she's wearing
English
that blue one. No, she's in a black
well,
one.
she's still got like her two-piece swimsuit, but with a jacket, if I remember correctly, or something.
No, this
Yeah.
one's just two-piece swimsuit.
Yeah.
This one is going to be. Oh man, all right, this is going to be awkward to look at. I think.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and we won't have. There will probably have rear views and close-ups.
Okay.
Basically, Misty.
I like Lunix's suggestion. All gym leaders in the same position as Brock. Yes.
Maybe some.
I can imagine. I can imagine
No.
Lieutenant Surge, Koga, and Giovanni.
No, not same clothes, dude. No.
Not same clothes, not
But
shirtless.
those pants
everybody.
look so nice.
I like that Linux said, "Don't ruin this for me," and I'm like, "Look, man, just do an internet search. You're probably going to find somebody who's already done this for you."
Yeah.
But anyway, Misty in a two-piece bikini. Yeah, all right.
I would like to see that one, but that Brock one no.
Okay, the Brock one I found out is available for about $28. I think it is. It stands about yay tall. It's not that big. It's got about the same circumference as 1.5 times the amiibo base.
Yeah.
It looks it looks really good. It's just a shame there are no pre-orders open for international buyers. Otherwise, I'd actually seriously consider
Yeah.
first generation shirtless Brock
Mm.
and just bring him to places as an awkward reminder that yes, this is what the original games were like.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next headline before everybody
Yeah.
stops liking it.
Next headline, Dubious Disc covers the Australian Nationals. Dubious Disc, a Pokémon podcast group, covered the Australian Nationals, did spectacular coverage of the strategies involved, and interviewed the finalists. You can view their awesome coverage at PokémonAustralia.com/2015-Australian-Nationals-Dubious-Disc-videos.
Okay, I'm just going to point out that you can also go to PokemonAustralia.com and just click on the link with the dubious disc.
Yeah.
Or you could do it my way.
Or you could do it her way if you can remember the URL. Anyway, the Australian Nationals I heard were pretty
YouTube
good.
has
It's an indication
playback.
of it's the indication that it's a YouTube channel. It's the it's really good to analyze the metagame, especially as we're preparing for Worlds. And especially for those who are in training to enter regionals next year.
You
What are you
keep
looking
looking
at
at me like
What are
this.
you looking at me for?
It's okay.
That was creepy, dude.
Because I think you were if I remember correctly, you're meant to start training for regionals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, can you help me train for regionals? I'm like, okay, I will.
I think I got into that for about a week and I lost interest. I'm just not a master trainer.
Well, you don't have to be.
I know, but somebody has to have everything.
I'm not joining. Like I'm not a competitive player. I've already said I'm not a
Yes,
competitive
but
player.
somebody insists on me being a competitive player.
Well, I asked you if when we were at the regionals, I actually asked you if you wanted to do it, and you said, "Yeah, I'm willing to do it."
I do want to do it, but I just can't put that time into it.
I'm like,
You don't have enough motivation for it, then.
I know. It's like I could train myself a super master team and figure out all of the strategies and all of the latest metagame, or I could watch FMA.
You could.
Yes.
Hmm.
You can imagine
I-
what I've been choosing to do the last few days.
Oh yeah, no, I've noticed. Okay. I've noticed primarily from the fact that initially the internet had Netflix unmetered. Had Netflix metered. So I actually got shown how much usage was specifically Netflix. Now it's on the unmetered thing, so it doesn't actually affect my apparently it doesn't affect my overall bandwidth.
Hmm.
So, dubious disc.
Oh no, it's cut out. Quick, get another Pokemon. Which one haven't we seen yet?
Oh, get Fennekin.
Fennekin. How many of these do you have?
Quite a lot.
I have a lot too, but they're all packaged away still.
There is
I've got a Cubone.
There she is.
It's really good.
Ponyta.
Oh, cool! I haven't got one of
Ponyta.
those.
Ponyta.
Sort of like I found at when we were at Supernova, I found a Mega Ampharos figurine. So Gino has that now. Yeah, it was cool. They had all the megas, but they ran
Am
out
I
of
back?
Mega Gardevoir before I got to it.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, sorry. How long have I been back?
Just then.
Okay, cool.
Now.
Right, I had a Gumi on my head the entire time.
No, we didn't see that.
I had a Ponyta.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Ponyta. I found this in one of them. I found this in MCM Expo.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And Megan found this at Supernova.
Is your webcam
I
working?
can't see you.
I don't think your webcam's working.
Huh?
I don't
Your
think your
webcam's
webcam's
frozen.
working. Yeah.
Oh, is my webcam frozen now too?
It's
Oh.
frozen on a very, very nice expression.
That's horrible.
Just gonna screenshot that.
Thanks.
Oh my god, Ponyta. Okay, true story. Actually, Ponyta was my first favorite Pokemon.
My first favorite was Ninetales.
Nice.
Ampharos forever.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Ponyta was my first favorite Pokemon until I saw Eevee, which now is basically my main favorite Pokemon. But yeah, I still love Ponyta to bits. She's still cute.
Anime at Abbotsford. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that they had a thing at Haymarket.
What?
We should go visit this place. Anime at Abbotsford.
Kind of random there, but okay.
Yeah, I know, and you know the really weird part, and I'm going to go on a complete tangent now because you brought this up. So I've got the Mega Ampharos, and I also got I couldn't help myself. There's some Gunpla now.
Markov just said your face.
Yeah, I know it's. Oh God, he took a screenshot too. You bastards!
Hang on.
He sent a link. He sent a link. I gotta see this.
Where is...
Is it still stuck there? Or is it actually moved now?
It's still stuck.
No, it's still there.
It's just stuck there. Oh my god, it's funny. Oh my god, that is so funny. That is so
Why isn't that coming? There we go.
Oh
There we
Is it
go.
still-
Oh, god.
It's still stuck, by the way.
Is it still
Yes.
stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
have
see on
moved
me.
I have moved cameras and everything.
Why not, like, turn your webcam off and then back on again?
Okay, let's do that. Still stuck?
You sure?
It's still on your IPLcast thing.
Okay, hold on. I've switched it back on.
Black screen at the moment.
Yeah, it should come on soon.
Eventually.
What are you doing now, Megan? Megan.
It's okay, he doesn't know.
Look, I can see
I can
everything
see it.
you're doing.
No, you can't.
Oh dear.
How do you do this? There we go. Like that.
Anyway, let's go to IPL news while we're here and just like
Yeah.
completely wasting
Okay.
time. All right,
Chapter 2
IPL.
finale.
Yes, this is it. This is the final mission of Chapter 2. Emil has finally appeared, and so has another Emil and another. Trainers are responding to this triple threat, but how will they stop him from wreaking death and destruction throughout Challenger Island? Okay, so final mission. It's full on. You've got 3 Emils spread around the island, causing all sorts of chaos. So the general alert's been sent out to IPL trainers to try and stop him using any means possible.
Mm-hmm.
And how you choose to do that is completely up to you.
Right. So
Yeah.
you can try to what? Capture him, battle him.
Yeah, you can try to
Whatever.
capture him, battle him, take him down, kill him. It doesn't matter.
Killing is a bit extreme to me.
Yeah, I know, but hey, it's a totally allowable thing for
Okay.
this mission.
I need a reference of this character because I need to know what he looks like again.
Just go to the IPL page. He's right there. If you go to the mission, if you go to, I'll plop a link onto the chat page. But if you go to the actual mission page for this, you'll
Yeah. What, is
um,
there a reference for him in there then or something?
there's a full picture of him with all of the mega forms and
Okay.
everything.
Okay, I'll check that out later.
Okay, so I've sent that link
You
through.
just put
Yeah.
that
So
now.
anyway, the
What?
nothing. All right. Anyway, final headline is the IPL news headline regarding Project Reverence. Sorry for the delay. This week we'll see a Reverence Core doubleheader, one dealing with Reverence Core City itself, another with some pretty amazing art by Mission Sunshine. I can't wait to show this. I'm hoping I can get to show this before we call it a night.
A night.
Oh, look, it's amazing. I have to say. It's one of those it's one of those things where you look at it and go, they've obviously got a lot of she's obviously had a lot of imagination put into this. I'm popping on screen share now. Let me know if you see it.
Blank screen at the moment.
I still didn't even see your webcam.
Is it still stuck on the webcam?
Still your face.
It's still black.
Why
It's just black.
Why do I have chocobo in my head? No.
I don't know. I'm going to forever blame Federation Force for this, because you pretty much forced me to bring up screenshots when I wasn't planning to.
Yes, it was Federation Force's fault.
Mm.
That your computer can't handle screenshots right now.
It hasn't moved from my face. I am going to justify
It's not
getting
even your. Oh, well, other
Okay.
people are seeing your face. I'm just seeing.
I'm still getting black screen at the moment.
Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can make this work somehow.
If it doesn't send me the file, then I'll open it. Because my computer is better and can handle this sort of thing.
There, sent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay, okay.
Whoa. Okay, we ready?
Yeah, go.
Mhm.
Gonna have to do it this way. There we go.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to zoom it in.
Can you see?
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That is awesome.
That is by IPLer Mission Sunshine, and she took 2 months, I think, to get the whole thing done. And this is done. This is done traditionally. This is pretty much. It looks like oil crayon.
Mm.
There's a lot of thing in there. But anyway, yeah, it's this is Reverence Core City. This is the central location for all of the adventuring happening in Reverence Core.
Jeez.
Yeah, we didn't even give her proper artistic direction. We just said, okay, here's the description of the city. And she comes up with an image that is pretty much almost exactly as I imagined the city would look like.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So these images will be coming up proper when the article on Reverence Core City comes up. There is another version of this that has locations numbered, so we'll actually be able to tell you what some of these locations are on that article. And I have the whole write-up done. It'll come up at some point. It'll hopefully come out tomorrow, if not earlier. We will try and get it done as quickly as possible. There's another article coming near the end of the week, which is about religion. Slightly less important. It'll have some images on it as well. But this Reverence Core City one, we've been waiting for this for a while. Now that it's out there, oh man, I am totally loving this. I cried, I think, when I saw the initial pencil sketches of this, because it looked freaking amazing. And she's really gotten.
This took her ages, though. Jeez.
Yeah, the only contributions I ever made to this as a piece of work are the fact that I made the two fonts you can see there. So you can see, if you look at that image, the title is in two different fonts.
Yeah, I see that.
And I created those fonts to help her with the with titles and stuff, and she loves them. So you'll also notice that she actually uses the branding of the banners of Reverend Score City throughout the
Nice, very
city.
nice.
It's just full on. It is crazy. I love it.
That
I
is
would.
awesome.
I'm going to find a way to post this on the wall behind me because it is just brilliant.
That's
It is
just
just amazing.
incredible.
As a piece of traditional work, it is like it's nuts.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I've always been so impressed how she gets so much color in these drawings.
She does it like all in pencil and all that though, doesn't she?
That's right. This is all traditional, except for the only things that weren't traditional about it are the fonts, the font overlays. But
Yeah.
almost all of it is done by hand and scanned in. I'm really impressed at how she gets all the color into the scanner.
Yeah.
She must
Oh my.
surely sharpen it in Photoshop or something.
Probably.
Maybe because I am like I totally cannot pull off this degree of
I
this degree
know.
of color vibrance with like scan stuff. Because I did
Maybe
like
kind of ask her how she does it though. That would
I
be kind of
will.
interesting to like know. So.
Full disclosure, this is a paid commission. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, this is like but this is this did not start off this didn't start off as a paid commission, but considering the degree of effort and imagination she put into this, we felt it was only right to pay her. So yeah, it looks amazing. It's just out of this world.
I know.
It's
It's
really
got
lovely.
that kind of fantasy feel to it.
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm still at a loss for properly describing.
Yeah, you're
how
lost for
awesome
words
it
there,
all is.
mate.
Yeah. So look forward to it. We'll have a. She did a lot of the write-ups for the venues. If you scroll down a bit, the business district has all of these buildings, and she actually did write-ups for these buildings. And I'm just helping. Most of what I'm doing is editorial. I'm trying not to take away from the essence of what she wrote, so that she essentially imagined Reverend Score City in her mind and plopped it there. And she took all of the ideas that we had planned and plopped it there as well. And we're like, what? It is nuts. So anyway, that's the RevCore news for now. I'm really happy to have been able to share this, and that's all of the IPL news we have.
Yes.
We're pretty much 50% over our usual broadcast time for this one. We had a lot of stuff to go through.
It's been like what? 1.5 hours?
An hour of that was E3, and half an hour was us rushing through the actual content.
Yeah. So 1.5 hours in total. So
yeah.
To be fair though, E3, hyped as it was massive. There's a lot to digest.
Yeah.
And there's Nintendo news happening in and out of that thing that didn't necessarily involve Pokemon that I think felt that had to be discussed. But anyway, cool. That's pretty much all that we've got for IPLcast 28. So join us in 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll be back at the regular time. Can't tell. We might be doing like depending on how it lines up. We might be doing this sort of schedule again.
Yeah.
It is fun to have Katie over.
Hopefully the internet or your computer is slightly better.
Hopefully we'll have cable. We'll see. If we'll see whether or not I can switch to cable now.
Yeah.
I still say it's
for
your
me.
laptop.
All right. We'll run tests with it, and if it turns out to be just the internet connection, we'll switch immediately.
Also, for me, less than 6 days now, it's gonna be my birthday.
Oh, cool! Happy birthday next week.
On a Sunday. Yeah, on a Sunday.
Oh, don't worry about it.
lucky.
Sunday birthdays are fun. Take it from me. Last year's Sunday birthday was great. I got stuck in church. I had to listen to somebody embarrass me in public. It was.
I'm not
it was
gonna
amazing.
say how old I am. I'm just saying that I'm just got that this Sunday, and I'll be up at London with a couple of friends of mine anyway, celebrating the day. So
Cool. Enjoy your trip to the city.
yes,
Sounds good.
yeah, and I'm
Alright.
sharing that day as well because a couple of my friends have also had a birthday this month in June. So it's an all June birthday party.
Well done. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there.
Oh.
Oh no, he's cut out again.
Yeah, he cut that again.
We did another
Ponytail one
flashing
more time.
break. Yeah.
Ponytail one more time. Oh, there we go.
The groomiest
Okay, cool.
challenge for ponytail.
Yeah, it's just every time he cuts out, it's just his face comes back.
That's worrying. All right, we'll leave it at that before I cut out again. Jeez Louise.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right, that's the end for IPLcast 28. We'll see you for IPLcast 29. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye bye. Bye bye from Bodita.